All right, hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use AI to build a sales page for your digital product. If you don't know who I am, my name is Tim, and over the past 2 years, I have generated just under $6 million in sales online through e-commerce and selling digital products. And today I'm going to be showing you how to create a sales page, how I create my sales pages that actually convert using AI, but is not AI slop like most other AI websites out there. So let's go and hop right into it. So today I have loaded up the Mission MD here, and this Mission MD and any other prompts I use will be in the free school group. There will be a link down below. Again, it's free to join. And at the end of the month, I'm giving away a profitable funnel. So hop in there, ask any questions you want, and let's hop right into it. So let's send Claude our Mission MD here, and it's going to ask us a couple clarifying questions. So it's going to ask us what we're selling, essentially what we're selling, and who we're selling it to. We are selling, I actually haven't even decided what I want to make this sales page about. How about we sell ebooks to moms, to first-time moms, to help them get their toddler out of tantrums. It's probably a cleaner way to write that. Let's give it just a minute. It's reading through here. Now let's talk about what makes a good website really quick. So what makes a sales page that looks okay but doesn't convert? What's the difference between that and a sales page that literally generates tens of thousands of dollars a day? And the difference is copy. So it really just comes down to the text that you put in front of people. So for example, let me just open up a doc here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. It really comes down to simplicity and understanding. So, and what I mean by that is if you've ever paid attention to the way you read a website, like as a consumer when you're on a website, you almost never read the entire website or the entire sales page. You typically would just skim the headlines and kind of get a feel for, what's being said, what the sales page is trying to convey there. So good copy, or let's start with bad copy, right? So bad copy would be toddlers throwing tantrums as a headline, and then it would be use our ebook to make so that your toddler doesn't throw tantrums as much when you are in public. No hype. I'm just throw some AI slop at the end. No fluff. Get it today. Okay, so this would be a headline, and this is what bad copy would look like. And what I mean by bad copy is it doesn't really say anything. So if the person clicked on the ad, obviously their toddler is throwing tantrums, right? Otherwise they wouldn't have clicked on the ad, assuming that's what your ad is about. Now, use our ebook to make so that your toddler doesn't throw tantrums. Again, by the time they get to your website, they should know kind of what you're offering and what it's for, right? So your sales page's job is just to be very simple, very clear, and say as much as possible in as few words as possible. So let's write those down. So say as much as possible in as few words as possible. Convey your message clearly. Avoid big words. Write at a third grade level. So whenever you write your copy, your website, and you read it, you should ask yourself, like if a third grader were reading this, would he know exactly what we're selling, right? Or if somebody's scrolling their phone at a bus stop or whatever, within like 2 seconds, do they know exactly what you're offering and what it's for, and how it does the job, and do they feel like it actually will do the job. So let's rewrite this here. So these rules, let's just make them bigger, bolder, and then let's move down a little bit, and we'll write a better version of this. So toddlers throwing tantrums. Again, also one more rule here, no redundancy. So redundancy is what this is. So toddlers throwing tantrums, again, it's like if the person clicked on the ad for the ebook saying that, you know, we help toddlers get out of the tantrums, like obviously their toddlers are throwing tantrums. So this is redundant. So the thing to do here would be, instead of toddlers throwing tantrums, the headline could be stop. Let's see, use our ebook to make, so we're gonna read this here. Don't throw tantrums. Okay, in public. All right, so let's take this and let's kind of combine the two. So stop public tantrums in 30 days or your money back. There you go. And again, this is just off the dome, but this is a much, much stronger headline than this right here. This headline doesn't do anything for the person that's reading it. Again, it's just redundant. Obviously, their kid is throwing tantrums. This one says stop public tantrums. So it calls out exactly their problem, exactly their pain point, and in 30 days. So it gives them a timeline or your money back. So this would make a very strong headline. And when someone reads this, it's like, oh, I know exactly what you guys do. Like this is, they know, essentially this headline tells them everything they need to know. So if you can just get them to believe this headline, then they will buy your thing. It's really that simple. And then let's do a subheadline. And the subheadline, or this piece right here, would be, our ebook has helped over, let's say, 10,000 parents stop public meltdowns in under 30 days. Five-minute read, $27. Click here. So now this needs to be fleshed out, obviously. This is again, this is a rough draft, but when you read this, let's just read it out loud, right? So toddlers throwing tantrums, ? Use our ebook to make so that your toddler doesn't throw tantrums as much when you are in public. No hype, no fluff, get it today. So this is like most of what's said here isn't even saying anything. So use our ebook to make so that your toddler doesn't throw tantrums. It's a very long, very wordy, like word salad sentence, but doesn't actually say anything. This one, however, stop public tantrums in 30 days or your money back. Our ebook has helped over 10,000 parents stop public meltdowns in under 30 days. 5-minute read, $27. Click here. Very simple, very straight to the point. No redundancy. Every word is doing something. So our ebook, in fact, if you could get rid of this, you know, our ebook, that would be good. But typically they need to know, you know, it helps if the customer knows, is it ebook? Is it a course? What exactly is it? So this says our ebook has helped over 10,000 parents. So immediately building trust, building social proof, has helped over 10,000 parents stop public meltdowns. So this is their dream outcome, stop public meltdowns in under 30 days. So this is in a set amount of time, 5-minute read, $27. So this, if you read these two next to each other, again, this one really doesn't say much. Use our ebook to make so your toddler doesn't throw tantrums as much when you are in public. Versus this one, our ebook has helped over 10,000 parents stop public meltdowns in under 30 days. 5-minute read, $27, click here. So your sales page, and now obviously your sales page is much bigger than this, but your headline, so the piece at the top, needs to essentially be this. Needs to be the dream outcome and the guarantee. And then the rest of the sales page is just basically reassuring them and proving to them that you can deliver on this promise. If you can nail that, you can make a lot of money with that. So let's see here. So very good, sir. Let's see where Claude is at. Let's see. Certainty, everyone looking at 3 things only you can supply. Okay. The method. What's actually inside the ebook. I actually haven't built an ebook for this. So typically you would already have your product built by the time you're building the sales page. In this case, I didn't. I'm just using this as an example. Okay, so the method, let's say 1. I have not yet decided. As the product is not yet built. I just want to see the sales page. Build the page around an imaginary ebook that is, let's see, 80 pages long. And let's see, the offer cost $27. It is a single ebook. You have real testimonies. And then 3 for the reviews. You can just add placeholders. Here is essentially our guarantee. All right, now let's just put this in here and see if we can make that work. Yeah, so like I said, typically by the time you're building a sales page, you would have already built a product. And so you would want to feed that to Claude so that it knows exactly what it's building the sales page for. So the sales page doesn't misrepresent what's actually in the ebook. But in this case, I haven't, because I'm just giving you guys an example here. So, okay, yeah, so that should work. Now, a couple things in this Mission MD. What it's going to prompt Claude to do is give you your sales page in 4 different pieces, and I'll explain why in just a second. So here inside of GoHighLevel, you can go to your funnel and just add a page, and you can just create from blank. And inside of this, we are going to add what's called HTML or code, whichever one, and add that here at the top. Now, you're going to see all this padding and margin around these sections. We're going to get rid of all of it. So I'm just going to turn all these down to 0. Same with the row. 0, 0, 0. And the reason for this is because Claude is going to build in its own padding with the HTML that it puts in. And 0. And now we're going to duplicate this 3 times. So we're going to have a total of 4. All right, so now we have a total of 4 sections. Let me make sure Claude didn't get, okay, it's still working. Now, the reason I do 4 and you can't just do 2 is because GoHighLevel. So the way GoHighLevel works is the buttons, or the call to action buttons that you add, which is just going to be button. Claude cannot actually integrate with GoHighLevel in a way that allows it to trigger GoHighLevel's pop-up. So for example, if I want the pop-up, which is this right here, actually I haven't created a pop-up yet, but if I want that pop-up to trigger when somebody hits get started, and like the the little email pop up where they put in their name and their email address, and they have to opt in before they can go any farther. In order to trigger that process, you have to use GoHighLevel's native buttons. And the reason that I like to do that instead of just sending straight to checkout is because that allows me to split test the sales page and see, this sales page versus this sales page, which one converts better. And the only way to measure conversions on the sales page is by having a conversion happen on the sales page, if that makes sense. So what I found works best is just making so when someone clicks the call to action button, that triggers a pop-up, and then you can compare the two sales pages side by side and see which one drives the most opt-ins. And then once you have, dialed in your sales page, then you can change the buttons to just go straight to checkout. But now that Claude is still working, now what we're going to do is we're going to create 4 buttons, and these need to be in there. Actually, this can be here, but then we're going to create, say for one, we're going to put them between all these pieces here. Make sure they're inside of the section. Move this one down right there. And let's do one more. This one will go down here on the bottom. Now we're going to create one. Over here on the right, you'll see this thing that says sticky. I'm going to show you what that is here in a second. So just duplicate this top one, and you can just remove this piece here at the top. Let's see, go to mobile view. See if we can delete this custom code section. Okay, it's not showing us the trash can button. There we go. All right, so now we have this one here at the top too, and it should be in its own section. Yeah. All right. Now this one, we're going to add stick to bottom on scroll. So what this is going to do is it's going to cause this section right here to stick to the bottom of the screen whenever they're scrolling, so that if at any point they decide to go ahead and opt into the website or go ahead and purchase, the button will always be here at the bottom of their screen. And you've probably seen this on different websites that you've been on, where you'll be scrolling and there's like an add to cart button or some sort of call to action button here at the bottom. That's what this is going to do here. And then these will be planted throughout the website as other little checkpoints or call to action buttons. And now we have some more padding here on the left in these rows on mobile. I'm not sure why they do that on mobile, not desktop, but let's remove all the padding here. There's a couple more. And again, the reason we want 0 margin and 0 padding is because Claude or whatever AI model you're using, when it creates its code, it will automatically insert the proper margin and proper padding for the code that it's building. Now, what we're going to do is take Claude's outputs, which it should give us 4 if it follows the mission MD, and we're going to put 1 in each of these boxes here. So open code editor, we're just going to plant each of them in here, and we're going to go down the list, and let's just give it a second and see what it comes up with. Okay, so Claude just finished its run, and here's the sales page here. And as you can see, it gave us one solid HTML, which when we needed 4 different ones. So sometimes you just have to prompt it here and say, I will be using GHL's native CTA buttons. So I need you to break this into 4 pieces so I can natively embed GHL's CTAs, remove all existing CTAs in the HTML, and instead provide me with the CSS to put on the top of the sales page to influence all of the native CTAs. Cool. All right, so that should now take this and break it into 4 pieces, but we will go through it here in a second. Let's just let Claude cook something up here. and see what it comes up with. All right, so Claude just finished putting that through. Maybe let's see actually. Yeah, no, everything is correct here. So as you can see, we have 4 chunks, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to take each one of these and just copy them over into the corresponding HTML and GoHighLevel. So we're just going to hit Open Code Editor and just paste the first one in here. Hit Save. Let's go back, take chunk 2, and as soon as it loads, copy that one in, and that's going to go in the second one. Add that one. And the next chunk 3, wait till it loads in and then copy it. This is going to go to the third spot. And the last chunk 4, copy that one as well and add that one in here. Perfect. Now these buttons, as you can see, get started. It clearly does not match the rest of the website, which looks like this, which we'll review in a minute, by the way. So that is why I included this last part in the prompt here. So provide me with a CSS to put at the top of the sales page to influence all of the native CTAs. So that's going to be this one right here. So you can see the code.css. We're just going to copy this and we're going to put it here at the top where it says custom CSS. Just add that in here and hit save. And I'm not sure if that's going to work or not. We'll have to preview it. So let's hit preview. Okay, that clearly did not work. Let me read this code here. So button A, CT, okay. So we need to actually tell it which buttons to target. So we need the ID of each button. So click on the button itself, and then here inside of the side panel, go to styles and scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you'll see CSS selector. So copy this and give it to Claude. Say rewrite the CSS to target these buttons, and then just paste the CSS selectors down there on the bottom. Same one with this one. Just copy all these and drop them in. Same thing with the next 3. Put that one in. And got 2 more here. Let's put that one in here and 1 here. And now what this is going to do is it's going to give the exact buttons that need to be changed, right? So because this one didn't actually do anything, because it was, you can see here, it's not actually, it's just targeting C-BTN, like all the buttons, but none of the buttons are actually named that, if that makes sense. In other words, the selector did match up here. So let's give it a second and have it rewrite these. In the meantime, for the background, let's actually go through the page here. Yeah. So here's the actual page that it came up with. So let's just go through it quick. So for first-time moms, right away it calls out the person that's reading it, which is excellent. The reason this is good is because if you need to be speaking to one specific avatar, and if your avatar is reading this and they feel like this product is made for exactly their situation, they will buy it. So who it's for? First-time moms. Perfect. Stop the public meltdown in 90 seconds. Great. Right out the back, just the dream outcome, the claim. You can see it has this gradient going through here. Really nicely done. Your toddler's tantrums runs a 90-second timer. Most moms feed it by accident and it drags on for 20 minutes. Here's the one move to do instead. So stop the scream. So the screaming stops and people stop staring. Again, no words like fluff, hype, no AI slop, just very direct. Here's what we do. Here's how we can help you. And then here's the proof that we can actually do that. So 10,000 plus parents, calm under 30 days, 5 stars, core move in 5 minutes. So again, not complicated, not like a huge, that's it just created our CSS. Not like a huge paragraph, just again, third grade level writing, very simple. Call to action button right here. We're gonna have to make sure that doesn't actually get put in there. You know the moment the store's full, the toddler drops to the floor and starts screaming. Every head turns, your face goes hot. So this is just describing their pain very vividly. You try the snack, you try the phone, you try the calm voice, nothing works, so you grab them, leave a cart in the aisle, and walk out. Then you cry in the car and wonder if you're just bad at this. So this is basically taking your exact person that you're trying to sell to, and it's calling their pain out. So the goal with this is if you can describe their pain and what they're going through, if you can describe it accurately enough, they're going to, it'll feel like, and you may have seen this before, it'll feel like, you know, if we know to a T, if we know exactly what they're going through, clearly we know how to fix it, right? If we're calling this out and this is their exact situation, then clearly we know how to fix it. And so this builds trust. That this again just reinforces that this is for them. So them reading the sales page is really two things. One, they're going to be finding out if this will fix. Really, it comes down to, can this fix my problem? Like, what is this and can it fix my problem? So you're trying to just reinforce the entire headline here. So it's for first-time moms. And again, this reinforces that it's for first-time moms and it's for them specifically. Stop the public meltdown in 90 seconds. And we're just hammering these 2 points home. It's for this and it's for this person. Like, again, the rest of the sales page just needs to drive this home, which is exactly what this is doing. So it's describing their pain, exactly who it is, reinforcing the fact that this is for them. You're not bad at this. The advice you were given is the problem. Just ignore it, give it a timeout, stay firm. That advice was made for the living room. In public, it does the opposite. It makes the tantrum last longer. Tantrum is not bad behavior. It's a body reaction. The 90-second reset. The stress chemical clears in about 90 seconds if you stop refilling it. The book gives you the exact move that lets that timer run out and the tantrum end. So again, we have just a note on the animation here with this nice animation, this nice CSS little gradient action going on here. Average public tantrums before and after a reset, 14 minutes to under 2 minutes. The grocery store handled. The restaurant is calm. Car seat, the buckle fight is gone. No more clinging. One move, 90 seconds. The staring stops. Get the reset. $27. Read the core move tonight. Again, this is just very simple. No like big words. No talks of like, methodology. Like, what they're buying is a solution to their problem. That's the only thing anyone ever buys, is a solution to their problem. So we just need to, again, reinforce the fact we know what the problem is and we know to fix it. That's all your sales page is doing. Is I know I'm repeating myself, but it's extremely, extremely important. If you can nail this, you can make millions and millions of dollars. Again, who it's for, what it does, and then the rest is just like reinforcing that. So again, this is for first-time moms. Like, we're trying to sell to first-time moms. Call them out, tell them what we do, write it simply, write it plainly, and then just drive it home. Like, here's proof that we know how to do it. We know exactly what it's like, which means we know how to fix it. Like, our solution is built exactly for this. This is for them. 80 pages, one job, calm in public. The 90-second reset, step by step, 5 worst public spots solved, exact words to say. And then the offer here. So 1 hour with the child. 1 hour with a child's behavior specialist is $150 plus and a 3-week wait. This is $27. And so you have this little price anchor here where they're thinking, we essentially solve the problem of having to go to a behavior specialist, which is 150 plus, and a long week wait or 3-week wait. The pocket card, 90-second reset, stop public tantrums in 30 days or your money back, $27, 80 pages, 5 minutes. Then the CTA, 10,000 parents, one quiet trip at a time. And then here are some reviews here. And again, you would want to swap these out with actual, real reviews before you launch it. This is for the mom who dreads the store, who leaves full carts, cries in the car, who feels every set of eyes. Again, this is, and if you just read through this sales page, it's just elaborating on this. That's all we're doing. Again, the avatar and our guarantee, and the rest is just convincing them that we understand it, and this is for them, and that we can actually deliver. Because just think about it, right? Like, if someone knew, if they were 100% confident that they could pay $27 and stop their tantrums, it would be like your conversion rate would be 100%. Like, if somebody knew that they could pay $27 and it would stop their kids' tantrums in the store forever, guaranteed, your conversion rate would be 100%. The reason it's not is because people are not convinced that it will actually do that. And to do that, you need to do two things. You need to make so that they understand that this is for them and it's for their specific situation. That's what this is. That's what this is. That's what this is. It's reinforcing who it's for, which is them. And it's making them feel seen, and it's making the product fit that person. The next thing we need to do is convince them that it actually works, that it actually works, it can work for them and has worked for other people. So 10,000 parents, one quiet trip at a time. I think we have more social proof up here. Yeah. 10,000 parents, calm in under 30 days, core move in 5 minutes. So think of it this way. You have basically 3 levers. Let's go back here. So when you're writing a sales page, there's essentially dream outcome, likelihood of success, speed of success. So essentially you have your dream outcome. So when somebody clicks on your page, they have this problem that they're trying to solve, right? In this case, it's tantrums. Then there's the likelihood of success. If they are 100% certain that this will fix it, your conversion rate is through the roof. But if they think it will take, 2 years to fix it, well, that's not very good. There's a lot of faster ways to fix a tantrum, right? So if you can combine these two, so get the perceived likelihood of success at 100% and the speed of success at 100%, your conversion rate will be 100%, right? This is essentially the equation for conversion rates. But that's what we're doing here, right? Not that. Where were we? Here we go. And then down here at the bottom, what if my toddler is really strong-willed? This answers that. How fast will it work? A little FAQ section here. And that is essentially it. So now we just need to get this into GoHighLevel and start running traffic to it. So we already put the 4 snippets in here, which again, the difference between this and these 4 is just, again, it's broken into pieces. So we can put our native buttons in. Now the CSS, let's copy this. This is the new one. And let's drop this here at the top under custom CSS. And let's hit save. Okay, that clearly didn't work. Let's say general. Let's make this transparent. And it still has a border around it, so let's remove the border. Where is it? Where is it? Border style, none. Okay, so that got rid of that. And then we do the same thing here. So remove the border, which is that little piece, and then make the background color transparent. So that blue is gone. Same thing here, background color transparent. Border, none. And let's do these 2 as well. And make this transparent. And then our sticky one here at the top, which again, this one's going to stick to the bottom as they're scrolling down through the sales page. Solid, none, and color is transparent. And then these are also like huge buttons. So see if we can just remove, yeah, let's remove all of this. So what's happening is it's basically stacking, the padding that Claude put in with the padding that's already in it for like on GoHighLevel, if that makes sense. Let's just remove this, remove all the padding and margin around these buttons. Okay. See 0, 0, 0, 0, and let's turn these off as well. This is what I was talking about earlier. This is the same reason that we took all the padding off from around the HTML files here. Excuse me. Is because GoHighLevel natively injects their own padding, like by default. And so if you have that and Claude's padding, it just gives you way too much. Now we need to update the text here. So I think on the sales page, I don't know what this is. Let's get rid of that. On the sales page, it was, what was the CTA? Okay, so show me the 90-second reset. Get the reset, $27. Get tantrum free. I like this one, so let's do this one. Get tantrum free, $27. Let's just put that in here. So get tantrum free. Okay, and then we can add a subtext, which is put it a money back promise. Okay. And let's put that in here. Let's just drop that in all the subtext sections. And then in a second, we'll see what it looks like as an actual website. Like we'll hit the preview button, we'll scroll through it. Get tantrum free, and get tantrum free. All right, oh, we missed this one. All right, let's hit save and let us take a gander here and see what we cooked up. Just hit preview. And okay, so this background is clearly not right. The reason for that is this background. You need to set this to transparent. Either transparent or black. Either one should be okay, but let's try this again and reload. All right, let's make it black. That should fix it. And reload. Okay, so this is way too big still. And that is because we didn't do this on desktop. So we need to change the margin in here for desktop as well. Just remove all of this. And same with this one. 0, 0, 0, 0. Also, we need to find out what the background gradient is so that we can change it from black, because typically if you set it as transparent, it'll just go with whatever background is on your page, but this one is not doing that, so we'll need to find out what background color that is and change it as well. But that fixes all the buttons. Let's see. Let's see what. Oh, the background color. The background base color code. All right, that'll give us the background base color code, so we can then paste that into GoHighLevel. And let's see, there we go. Yeah, so it's close to black, but it's not quite. So let's change that to, you can just add custom color and save. Cool. All right, and hit save. All right, so let's see, let's hit inspect and see what it looks like on here. Okay. Okay, so it's close. Like we're 90% of the way there, but the call to action button, I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's this little piece right here that doesn't look right. Okay, so the background's this gradient. I think if we added, okay, so it's just on the bottom, it's because it's bordering this black section. So we need to, that's actually probably going to be in the section itself. Let's see here. So this, if we added a little margin on the bottom, maybe let's change it to here. Add a little margin on the bottom, 10. Again, this is the sticky one. And 10 on the top. And same with this one. Let's do 10 and 10. Oh, that's padding, not margin. So margin is going to be on the outside, and padding is going to be on the inside. And this one just needed it on the bottom, and I think this one needed it on the bottom as well. So let's see if that fixed it. All right, and then let's go back here. Refresh. Okay, so it just made it worse. So this is something here is a little off. So this, okay, this one's okay because you can see it transitions to a black card here. That one's okay. And then the one that's the sticky, which by the way, this is the sticky one that we had up here on the top. That's what this is. That one looks perfect. It's really just this one here, this one. It's just really strange. In fact, when the page loads in, you know what? When the page loads in, we actually have this sticky one that's here at the bottom, so we can just get rid of this one. Let's do that. Let's go here. Let's go here. Come on. Okay, it's not giving us the option to do that. So let's go up 0. How do we get the? All right, you know what? Go to layers, page section. This is the second section. First column, button, and delete. Okay, so that should fix that problem. And let's give it another look. So that should have got rid of. Perfect, beautiful. All right, there you go. That is our high converting sales page with excellent copy. We have some nice gradients going on here. We have this little JavaScript. We have this nice background. We have the animations when you click on the button. 1 hour, and that is it. That is very good. So we'll just skim over it real quick. So for first-time moms, stop public meltdowns in 90 seconds. Your toddler's tantrum runs a 90-second timer. Social proof, calm under 30 days, etc. Now, another thing that you can do is you can add in, depends on the offer, like for this specific offer, you probably, wouldn't add in a VSL, but you could add in a VSL or a video depending on the offer again, and that would sit typically right here, and that would be like a video, a little introductory or a video sales letter. But that is it. And that is how you create an extremely high converting sales page for a digital product. And again, this Mission MD, all the prompts that I use throughout this video will all be in the free school group. At the end of the month, I'm giving away a profitable funnel. There's rules or ways here you can win it. Basically, you just have to subscribe to the YouTube channel. You need to have a GoHighLevel account and be in the school group, and I will send it to you. But that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next.